kitchen sink. All right, it's pink, hot. All right, steady pink, we are good to go. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Mike and this is Triple T Acres. Man, it is a really cold day today. It's rainy, it's dreary, and we've got to do something that's very important. It's a sad day, but we have got to get that thing winterized. It's supposed to get really cold tonight, and I definitely do not want my pipes to burst. So stick around, I'm going to show you how I do mine. I'm sure there's multiple ways to do it, but follow along and I hope you enjoy the video. We are using RV and marine antifreeze. We have a new jug here and I have some left over from last year. So I'm going to go in there and show you my pump and a little diverter valve that you need to have in place to be able to do this with your camper. All right, in my camper, the pump, the water pump, is actually located, this is the 12-volt pump, is actually located under the bathroom sink here. So if you see here, let's see if I get this position right. I've got two separate hoses that are coming off this pump, this 12-volt pump. So we've got the main one and the valve is in line. So when I go to winterize it, I'm going to take it and I'm going to cut that off and then open this valve, which then leads to this hose. So that hose leads to my tank, and this hose will lead to the antifreeze jugs. So I'll show you how that works here in just a second, but there's one other step I got to show you real quick. All right, in the back of my camper, I'm going to locate where my hot water tank is. For mine, it's underneath one of the rear bunks. So wherever you can find the access to your hot water tank, this is what you're going to need to do. So now we're at the hot water tank, and we have a couple series of a few other valves that we've got to turn. What I like to do, a lot of people like to drain their hot water tank, which this hot water tank is already drained. I like to actually put a little bit of antifreeze in it. Now you don't want to fill that thing up, it'll eat all your antifreeze. So what I'll do is I'll leave the valves in place right now. I'll go put the tube down in the antifreeze and pump just a little bit of antifreeze in this. And then I'll come back in here and I'll shut these valves off and I will bypass my hot water tank because I do not want to eat up all my antifreeze in this. The rest of the antifreeze I want to go through the pipes throughout the camper. So let's get that started. I'm going to leave these open for now. We're going to pump a little bit in it and then we'll shut these valves off. All right, we're back over here at the pump, and right now I'm going to go ahead and open up my leftover antifreeze from last year. Again, this is RV and boat antifreeze. I'm going to take my tube, my extra tube here, and we're going to stick it down in that clear to the bottom. All right, now I'm going to go in there and change the valve over so that it will pump out of this and not out of my water tank. All right, so we're going to go shut the valve off to the fresh water. All right, and anytime you're moving a valve, when it's perpendicular, it means it's shut off. And then we're going to put this one in line. So now when this pump runs, it's going to be sucking out of this thing, not my fresh water tank. So we've got the hose in the fresh water tank. Now we're going to go over to our 12-volt pump and turn it on. And it is now pumping out of this into the hot water tank. That's just enough to get into the hot water tank. Now we're going to go shut the valves off on the hot water tank so that we can just flow the antifreeze through the system. Back to the hot water tank. Now we will shut these valves off. So this valve goes perpendicular, this valve goes perpendicular, and now this one right here will allow everything to bypass. So if you can kind of get a view of it, instead of the water going into the tank and then coming back out, it actually shuts off right there and comes through this and just totally bypasses the hot water tank. So we've got antifreeze in that, and now let's pump our system full. And we're going to start with the faucet closest to the pump. All right, we got our other jug in here, a fresh jug. Let's get it opened up or get the tube back into the new one. And we are ready to start winterizing the main system. Before we start getting everything winterized, we want to make sure all the valves are shut. So we got the shower valves off, the main sink, the toilet valve is not flowing, and then our kitchen. Everything is off. I've double checked and make sure these are off because you don't want these to flow yet. We want to work our way to the furthest faucet. All right, we're going to turn our pump on and start with the closest faucet. Pump is on. And you want to flow these just until you see pink. So there's pink. There's pink. Toilet now. All right, we got pink in that system. Shower. All right, pink, now hot. All right, that's pink. All right, let's go to the next one. Kitchen sink. All right, it's pink, hot. All right, steady pink, we are good to go. Something else I like to do is whatever you got left over, just pour a little down the drain, just for some added protection. All right, everybody, that is a quick rundown on how I winterize my camper for the wintertime. I hope that this video helped you, and if it did, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It's very much appreciated. But until next time, guys, we'll see you in the next video.